thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican BAy Dog Talk and News for the day, giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Go ahead and hit that like button right about now. Don't forget to drop down in them comments as well. Salute to all the bulldoggers in the chat. From one side of the country to the other side of the country, from one side of the world to the other side of the world. We got some dog talk for the day. PBK9's back at it. I'm back on the scene. And I'm going to start this dog talk off the day, you know what I'm saying? Had one brother get up in the chat and say, he got dogs that bite, and put a bunch of laughing faces like, y'all make yourselves look dumber and dumber every day with some of the comments y'all say. You know what I'm saying? He got dogs that bite with a bunch of smiley faces. So I'm guessing, like, you think you doing me some harm or something, or you thinking you talking trash to me or something, or I don't know what you was thinking. I got dogs that'll do a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? Everything except a fight. Everything except a fight. My dogs do anything in the damn world except a fight. So throw the smiley faces up on that. You see, I just don't understand y'all motive. I don't understand some of these dog channels' motive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for me to understand, but it's for me to give my dog talk and my dog news and my dog opinion when it comes to this stuff out here today. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the bulldog channels that's doing it the right way, doing these dogs the right way, giving these brothers the right information to prosper and make better moves with their dogs. You know what I'm saying? Information that ain't gonna help you is, what is it? What's the purpose of, even absorbing it? You know what I'm saying? The thing about it, some things ain't meant to hear. You know what I'm saying? Your dog game and whatever your game is gonna be a whole lot stronger if you don't even poison your mind with the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? If you don't even poison your mind with the foolishness from the start, some things you won't know bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You learn bad habits from people who, use bad habits. All right. And another thing, let's talk about content creation. You see, because some of these dog channels, like I told y'all before, these old dog men get up here with all that hate and then they can't create no content. Got a copy off the next man's channel. You know what I'm saying? Got a copy off them young boys' channel. At least younger than them. It just is what it is, man. And another thing I want to mention, when it comes to that music, be careful, brothers, when it comes to that YouTube free music. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube free music. Some of the music in the audio library where they claiming it's free, when you use it, it's going to be free. And it's going to let you get paid off of it. But then months down the line, the people come back and they put a copyright claim on it. They put a copyright claim on it. It's like they wait a minute, and then they put the claim on it, and then, you stop getting paid for it, and they get paid for your views. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, boom, you got a video that maybe got 5,000, 6,000 views. You got paid off all that, and you use their music, the audio library music, which states that it's for YouTube, but, months and months and months and months go on, then you get emails saying these songs that were supposed to be good are now being, sent, the funds are being sent back to the person who made the beat. So be careful with the tracks that you use on YouTube, even the ones that they claim are free. Now, I ain't even talking about the ones, don't use none of the ones that just say copyright free. YouTube got different places where you can upload free music from, but still be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with that. Now, that's all I really want to say about that situation. Now, out of all the dog channels that been out, we wasn't the first dog channels out. You had dog channels out before us. But when Pro put out Going Hard, like I said before, that was the first time anybody had ever heard of them boys. You know, you had dog channels out way before then. You had uh, Buck City and them boys and different channels out. He had different things. You had the computer voices and all. Nobody had no computer voice videos of the brat. You know, nobody had no computer voice videos of no Going Hard dog. Going Hard was nowhere on the internet, period, when it comes to dogs. You know, I gave you a style to run with, copy, imitate. You can't do that. You know, y'all washed up and old, man. You know, you got to leave things the way it is sometimes. And like I said before, them young boys, it's the new sheriff in town. You know, and hey, you got to either go with the flow or get ran over. It just is what it is. But you can't get out here knocking somebody and then turn around trying to copy their style when you don't got what it takes to do it. You know, you can't do that news like me, man. Both of y'all boys, one of y'all special and the other one, I don't know. You know? And like we say before, man, you have to ask yourself, out of all the old dog men that been doing them videos, why y'all had to wait for a man who wasn't even in the dog game to discover y'all? You know? And then Pro don't even get his props for that. Pro and Game Mag do not get his props for discovering Going Hard, bringing them out the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Bringing them out the darkness. He don't get his props for that. You see, one thing about it, it's a lot of dog men who would have never been heard of if it wasn't for Pro and Game Mag. Because I wasn't bringing everybody up on my channel like that. I was doing my own videos and stuff because the simple fact, I've been through my situation. I don't know what everybody else's situation is, so I don't want you to get up here on my channel talking about some dogs and stuff and lead you in the situation because, see, I done dealt with mine. So when I start looking at Pro channel, he was bringing a lot of dog men to the top of the water that never been heard of before. Going Hard was one of them. Now, at the end of the day, you know, when you listen to these guys talk, they the biggest dog men in the United States. They the only dog men of their age that's telling these young brothers to go out here and do some dumb shit. See, some things you can't copy. Everything ain't meant to jump around in the background about. You know what I'm saying? See, it's funny when brothers live their whole life as wannabes. You know what I'm saying? Just because you own a dog, just because you chain one up and feed one, it don't mean that. You know, you still living as a wannabe. You know, when you start looking at how brothers don't know people and be mentioning people's names and talking about dogs and acting like they've been on these yards and ain't been nowhere and acting like they know these dog people, and you really realize they don't know them, like, the whole dog credibility goes out the door, goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? There's no, see, everybody different, man. Some of y'all boys just dick ride anything. The same way Going Hard to get up here and try to copy your style on YouTube, the same way he was trying to copy brother style in the dog game. That's why he was never successful. That's why they was never successful. Trying to copy brother's style instead of having their own style. You down here imitating and trying to discredit a brother that's in a whole nother dog generation than you, when yet y'all ain't never gave no stories from when y'all was even teenagers. When y'all get y'all first American Pit Bull Terrier? You know, how old was y'all? You see, y'all keep talking about the brat. The brat, is that the only thing you had? The only dog you had? Out of them 70 years you was in the dog game. Who knows, man? Then you get your flunkies to get up there in my comments to make all them ignorant comments. But it's all good, man. It's all good. One thing about the dogs, we for the better of this breed. You know what I'm saying? I can't help what the next man do. I can't help how the next man think. All I know, got me a set of these trees right here. You know what I'm saying? Got me a set of these trees. And I'm about to go out there, me and Mellow Yellow, probably me and Marino, do a little bit of training. A little bit of, actually, I'm going to take Marino out there. Meliello not doing no training right now. I'm going to take Marino out and, you know, get a little work in, man. It's all about being a dog, man. It's all about putting that work in, putting that time in with them dogs, coming up with different ideas when it comes to them dogs, coming up with different ideas when it comes to this content, trying to make things, trying to give you that fresh and that new every day. You know, I don't drop one time a week. No disrespect to my brothers who do. You know, everybody drop when they want to drop. You know, I can imagine if I just took all my content and made it into one long video at the end of the week and then went live or something. I could do it however, you know, but everybody do their own thing how they do it. You know, knock to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when brothers start knocking people and then you turn around and you're stealing their content and only talking about what they talking about, I mean, hey, y'all brothers need to come over to my channel, my chat, and give me all the donations and all the super chats and all the cash apps and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because the information you getting is coming off my channel anyway. You know? It's just getting translated to you by two dummies. And to come to think about it, going hard, y'all was grown men when y'all start bulldogging. You know, I can understand why you act the way you act and think the way you think. You know, y'all was full grown men when you start bulldogging. That's why you move the way you move, dumb. That's why you speak the way you speak. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was full grown men. The things I'm telling these brothers about, I was a teenager, fam. You know, teenager. Going into my early 20s. Just turning 20. 19, 18. And I got brothers that can validate it. You know, going hard. I want to go live with you and bring somebody up here who can validate your dog game. You know, not a bunch of D riders and a bunch of people who lying for you. You know what I'm saying? Bring somebody who can validate your dog game. Like I said, y'all started getting pit bulls when you full grown. It's obvious. You make it obvious to us. You know what I'm saying? This thing ain't, see, that's why I tell my brothers, this thing got bored in me, man. You know, I've been doing this thing since I've been a teen. You know, whether it was a mixed breed dog or a full-blooded game dog. You know what I'm saying? The intentions were there. So when I made it to the level I felt like I was good at, you know, hey, it ain't no use for me to try to beat the rocks, to try to make the 90s happen again. You know, just enjoy it for what it was and make other moves, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. You know, and when you live that life, no matter what it is, when you was out there in them streets and you live that life and you say you out, you don't want no parts of that no more. It's different for you now, you know? So when it comes to them dogs, I say, hey, I'm making different moves, man. What makes your boat tick don't make mine. You see? But at the same time, when I get up here and give content, you know, what makes my boat go makes yours go as well because you're stealing content. And like I said before, two heads should be easier to come up with stuff than one. So I know you copying my content, you wouldn't be able to out-compete me in the dogs. Period. You see, all that stuff you used to say, going hard to I remind you of yourself and this and that. No, man. No. You just a wannabe. I'm just somebody else that you want to be like. You sent Dark Society. I watched this flunky ass up. You know, got rid of him. It wasn't no big deal. See, the thing is, you know, y'all jumped on Pro and you felt like you can beat the man down. Got everybody thinking, oh, the man ain't in dogs. That's the first thing you screamed out on the man when y'all start arguing. He ain't never had no dogs. Because you knew that the dog fraternity, you know, wouldn't accept a lot of the things that was said by him if they knew he didn't have any dogs before in the past. So you came at him with that first. But I know you didn't have any dogs when you was a teenager. Everything you bragging about was grown man status. That's why you couldn't comprehend. You weren't able to absorb like a sponge like I did, because I took it in at a young age. I don't lie when I tell you I was born in the chitlin circuit. First generation dog man. It wasn't nobody else in my family, no dog man. You know? And it's cool. The era that I came up in, it's cool to be a first generation dog man. Yeah, because I came up in the era that changed the dog game. So it's cool to be a first generational dog man from the era that changed the dog game. You know what I'm saying? But what ain't cool is when you get old ass men up here that try to knock you, then turn around and bite your style. Then talk about the dogs that come from your area knowing they know nothing about it. You know? Oh, 6 or 7 months ago, you was trying to do anything to say you been to South Carolina back in the days to make some moves. But like I tell brothers, they go on different parts of South Carolina. South Carolina where the Bulldogs ain't at. Some part of South Carolina where he done met a rookie. He done met a greenhorn or something. You know? He knew what all the Bulldogs was at in South Carolina, the same way he knew where it was at when he came to breed. He didn't want to find the Bulldogs. But on another note, real quick, if your dog having problems going to heat and maybe she's not going to heat regular, there's a couple situations a couple ways you can handle it. They got the injectable shot, the PG 600, or you can use the breed heat. You can use the breed heat. With the breed heat, you will feed them, feed it in their food. And over a couple weeks, it'll pretty much regulate the heat cycle. And your dog should be coming in heat within a couple weeks or so. But yeah, man, when it comes to content, man, it's just something, man. Some people got it, some people don't. Some people gonna like it, some people won't. Some people can comprehend, some people don't. It just is what it is, because it's like with these dogs, really you got to be so careful now, man. And that's why it trips me out to see brothers get up there and talk about, oh, he got dogs that bite. He got dogs that bite. And like I said, nope. I ain't tripping on none of that. While you worrying about dogs that bite, you better be worrying about if your dogs gonna be there next year. You know what I'm saying? Whether they bite or not. You see? Like I said before, he got dogs that bite. He got dogs that bite. He got dogs that bite. But what your dogs do? What your dogs do? And what dog did you see that I had that bite? Male or yellow? What other dogs did you see that I had that bite? Cause see, hate show his face, from all different directions. You know what I'm saying? From all different directions. Tell me more dogs that I got that bite. Plus, I'm a dog trainer. So, I don't see none of y'all and none of them other brothers comments, with training dogs. Oh, you got dogs that bite. You got dogs that bite. Sometimes I wonder what kind of attention y'all really seeking, man. Sometimes I wonder what kind of attention you're really seeking, Now, while we talking about these dogs, man, I do want to say this. It's called when you get something from somebody else and you thinking it's like the source. Okay, I'm going to say I'm the source, okay? If you're getting some dogs from somebody else that got my name in it, and you're getting it from them, don't get up somewhere and start talking about, Pelican BAy dogs ain't this, Pelican BAy dogs ain't that. If you didn't get it from Pelican BAy. Reason why I say that is, for one, you don't know if that dog is really off that dog or not because of the way these paper peddling is going. Two, everybody don't breed the same. Everybody don't breed the same. You know, it's the same way like, okay, JD Hall. You may like JD Hall and may think, oh, you can go holler at Malcunt and get you a JD Hall, which you can't go holler at Malcunt and get you no JD Hall because Malcunt didn't produce JD Hall. You see? So no matter how much of his pedigree you see in that background, you can't go to him and get a dog. You can't go to him and get JD Hall. Basically what I'm telling you. You know? And brothers will look at this pedigree and be like, oh, it's a double bred hog, so I'm going to go get a double bred hog and it'll be like JD. No. JD was bred on our side, you know, by our folk. So if you don't get them particular dogs from where they came from, then all across the world, you can't, when you get them dogs, you can't start complaining, oh, this and that, oh, these dogs don't do this, or these dogs do that, these dogs do this, when we not the ones that bred them dogs. You see, each camp breed their dogs for a certain purpose, certain reasons, certain ways rather. They're going to breed it with this dog and this dog for a reason. To get the dog that your dog is off. Now when you get your dogs, you trying to look at certain things in these pedigrees, but you can't see real life in them pedigrees. Pedigree is only a name. So when you see John in the pedigree, you don't know why he bred to John. All you see is John and know that he is a little John dog. You know what I'm saying? And so now you want to say, oh, I'm going to put me a little John dog together and make sure it's bred like John and think it's going to be the same thing. And it don't work that way. It's a reason, you know, brothers breed certain ways. And then you might, you know, because brothers do this often. You look at the way JD them bred, double hog, and then you go try to make the same, say if JD was a grand champion, you go make the same breedings, but coming off of different dogs, but got the same bloodline, the same cross, the same ways, and think you're going to get the same dog. Don't work that way. The same way you can get different dogs that come off one litter that produce different ways. The same way Charlie, Jeep, and all the rest of them produce. The same way all the brothers and sisters off every litter produce, from Yellow to his siblings, to all the famous dogs and their siblings, Bolio and the rest of them. You know, some dogs produce like this, some dogs produce like that. You know, every dog in the litter don't possess the same qualities, you know, when it comes to ability. They may possess the same traits, same genetics, but they may not possess the same traits. You know what I'm saying? Because when I had Sambo, we had his little mate sister as well. She was good, but she wasn't Sambo good. She never got beat, but she wasn't Sambo good. You know, of the same exact litter. Now she may produce great dogs on that level, but herself, she wasn't on the same level. Now, if somebody would have got the sister other than, my camp, if somebody else would have had the sister, they would have been out there breeding off the strength of what Sambo doing, and she not necessarily producing what he is. You see? Just because that's his sister, now you out here selling all these puppies saying, oh, this the little mate sister of Sambo over here, this the little mate sister of Sambo. When at the end of the day, that don't mean shit. That ain't Sambo. That ain't Yellow. It's the little mate sister to Yellow. That ain't Jeep. That's the little mate sister to Jeep. Charlie ain't Jeep. Jeep ain't Charlie. Charlie gonna throw different dogs than Jeep gonna throw. Even if they on the same litter. That's why different dogs' looks disappear from different camps. Because we feel like because these dogs all of the same stuff, they gonna continually making the dogs that the way they used to look. No, these dogs looking like the dogs they coming off of, no matter if they all off the same stuff or not. They're not looking like the old school dogs. They looking like the ones that you breed them to. Like how many of Jeep brothers and sisters produce dogs that look just like his offspring? You know, how many of the Zebo brothers and sisters produce dogs that look just like his offspring? Bolio as well. How many of Bolio brothers and sisters produce dogs that look exactly like his offspring, act exactly like his offspring? If that's the case, all you got to do is get a dog off of the same bloodline, and as long as it's working, then you're going to have the same thing. And I'm almost willing to bet you, over half of y'all that's talking trash about that Big John stuff bought y'all stuff through a second party. I'm willing to bet you over half of y'all had y'all stuff from a second party, and the other half had never even had it before. Never even had it before. So you would talk trash about this or talk trash about that and try to make your line of public seem like the best. That's the modern day thing. They do that even in this own particular line right here. Say the brothers with the blueprint don't got the blueprint. I got the blueprint. But you only hear that type of talk when brothers trying to sell puppies. You only hear that talk when brothers trying to sell puppies. See, like I said before, if my name in the pedigree and you don't get it from me, you get it from somebody else, don't complain and knock my stock because you got it from somebody else, however they was breeding it up. Even if you got a grown dog from them. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get that dog as a puppy and raise it up yourself, there's no telling what that grown dog been through. There's no telling what they sold you. You know what I'm saying? You just got to play the ball game fair and keep the playing field even. A lot of y'all brothers, you talk without paying attention to what you talk about before you say it. Like I said before, plenty camps that's still out here with dogs. I hear brothers talking reckless about without caring what's what, who's who. That's why I tell you, I did my channel from the start with me giving stories, with me talking about these dog, old school stories or whatever, this and that, without doing the interviews because you never know what the next man's situation is. You see, everybody's situation is not the same. But then you get these dog channels that get up here and start screaming this kennel, screaming that kennel. Get everybody in the chat talking about these people, talking about that people. People that names don't even be mentioned when it comes to all this social media stuff. I got a bunch of dog talk videos coming for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of opinionated topics, we got some Mayday topics, Big John, Barracuda, all kind of videos, you know what I'm saying? We talking about different things when it comes to these dogs. Like I said, y'all subscribe to the other channel, Pelican BAy TV. I will start a sports channel as well, and I'll be telling you which channel to subscribe to. Once I get it rolling, it'll be a combat sport channel. It's either gonna be just football and I don't know. I haven't put everything together yet. I'm working on some things now. But yeah, man, subscribe to the channel, Pelican BAy Kennels TV. To all the people that subscribe to this one, subscribe to that one as well. That's the backup page. Just in case we get into that situation again. Just in case we get into that situation again, because PBK9 is going to give you that dog talk. And that dog news, the way I always do it, fair and unbiased. Some going to like it, some don't. And I ain't going to lie, I used to like some of the stuff going hard and was talking about, and I used to watch their channel. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, man, all they do is lie, make up stuff, and they ain't did half the stuff that they talk about they did on their channel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with all that. Like I said before, I ain't with being starstruck from a person who's not even a star. A wannabe. You see? A wannabe part of the chitlin circuit from back in the days. And like I said, it's too late to be part of the chitlin circuit. You want to, and the thing about it, They trying to guide y'all young brothers to bad situations. And don't send nobody in my comments telling me about what to say when it comes to going hard. They dig their own bed. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. They dug their own shit. It ain't my fault. You have nothing good to offer to the dog game 2023. That's why them folk told you don't have no dog. They know y'all wasn't bright. They knew y'all wasn't bright. And we can see that now. You know what I'm saying? We can see that now. Only a fool will believe that stuff that y'all talking about when it comes to the dogs, man. Only a fool. It makes for entertainment. And then the thing about it can't even make for your entertainment because you getting all your content off other people's channels. 60-something-year-old men, you should never run out of content. Dog stories. I guess your dog game only stretch across 10 years of your 60-something years. Better leave me alone then. Or washed up ass twins. Yeah. You know I gotta do it the way I do it, man. Salute to all the brothers down in the chat. Salute to the brothers down in the chat, man. All the sisters down in the chat. You know, salute to everybody. You know, that's rocking with the Bay. Don't forget to hit that like button. You know, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to drop down in the comments if you ain't in the chat. You know, don't forget to do it. And I know I'm waiting to see all the fake pages that drop down in the comments that leave the ignorant comments. So it is what it is, man. You can't stop them. Like they said, if you ain't got no haters, what you doing? You know, if you ain't got no haters, what you doing? If you ain't entering dogs like going hard in the online pedigree in 2023 and acting like it's from the 90s. Salute to all the brothers out there, man, doing the right things with their channels. You know, educating brothers the right way with these dogs. What you want me to get up and lie about something? You know what I'm saying? What you want me to get up and lie about something? I can't believe brothers sit 5 hours listening to a bunch of bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even believe they'll sit 5 hours listening to that shit. But hey, the same way we got some great dog brothers stretched out across this country and world, we got dog brothers that's on their same mentality stretched out across this world. You know, the same level of mentality them boys got. You got dog men that follow right behind them. But I appreciate y'all watching the video, man. Y'all check the rest of the videos out. We got dog talk, dog news, breaking news from different sides of the country. You know what I'm saying? Breaking news. You know, PBK9s, y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. And I'm out.